do that? I don't know. You can do it on the next one.
You want me
Say,
to do it again? Okay.
Just do it next.
So, here we go. This is a 2-pound cylinder, which is it's gonna give you a lot more to move than the 1.5.
Did we do 2 pounds?
No, you did 1.5.
1.5.
No, we did 1.5 yesterday. 2 pounds today.
I wasn't here for that part. I did all 1.5.
2.5. You did 1.5. Don't worry about it. 1.5 is good.
Okay. Okay.
Don't re-wedge.
Yeah, please.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
And it helps
please.
not to have a moving target. Okay, so little extra clay. I'm going to bring it up and put it down.
You took 2 of my balls.
Are you stealing from each other?
No! Why would I steal from her? Her balls don't even look like my balls. I have little ram's head balls.
That's okay.
I'll go to it.
You can have 2 of my balls. I was done way before you anyway.
You would never hear this conversation between them.
I kept
But
thinking,
it would really
you
be
know,
fun.
this sounds like.
You can have 2 of my balls.
Did I really?
All right.
No,
So now that I am centered, this is going to be same thing as yesterday. Thumb down and out.
It's a flat
And-
bottom.
It's a flat bottom. We are doing a cylinder. They're going to be a little bit bigger than yesterday's cylinder. And now we're going to take this, roll it in, and squeezing up, not really going for that ridge at all. Okay, there you go. The ridge is actually the roll, but what you're doing is you're not trying to extend it a whole lot. You're just setting it up to make it easy to do a real, what I would call a mechanical pull. So now I'm just going to put my finger in the corner and hold. Just let it ride there. Now to hold, I'm going to have to add resistance as I'm pushing in. I'm going to take my sponge, put it flat on the wheel head, push it in, and that develops the ridge. And that what it actually did was push that up my finger, because my finger's holding where it was in the bottom. The bottom does not change diameter, and if it has, it's nothing you can really notice. All right, now I'm going to put my finger under there. What I should do is get rid of that so you can see it. I like holding it on, holding this because it stabilizes my hand, but I can do it without. So now I'm going to get this under here, and I'm going to lift and extend that wall up.
Bless you, bless you.
Okay, that's once.
About how tall is that?
Guess what? I have my ruler.
Just happened to.
Just happen to have my ruler, which if you have your rulers and calipers, you're going to want to get them out for a little bit later. It's 5.5 at this point. And we are at the top at about 4. Okay, the last pull. Do you guys want to see what it looks like inside at this point? Okay.
Basically, it's just squared off.
Yeah, that's important when you're doing a cylinder. And even if that cylinder is going to become a vase, you want that wall inside to have a real corner to it, have a flat floor and a real corner. Birdie's my best friend today. She's so sweet.
Should not be bothered.
Not be bothered to me. All right, so the last pull.
You're stepping on a stick.
Oh, I think that's not one.
Oh,
that we
okay. I
had.
thought it was.
It's like out of a piece of wicker.
Oh,
or
okay.
something. I bet it's one of the towel baskets.
All right.
So, okay. So now I'm holding again, coming under here and picking up that. And notice there's not a big skirt that goes out like that. If you're working, I used to have to cut that off a lot. Now I've just sort of gotten away from creating it. But if you have a skirt, just take your rivet, any point, clean it off. Because you can't really get to the wheel head and make this really nice ridge to lift from the bottom up if you've got this big skirt of clay that comes out. Just get rid of it. If you can't push it in and up, cut it off. Get rid of it. All right, so I've got this. I'm sticking my finger underneath the ridge again, and up we come. Okay, not rushing at all to get that. You notice that my wheel is at a moderate speed. That's a high speed. That's what a lot of you were doing yesterday. My foot is here so that as I'm ascending the pot, I can also slightly slow down and I can also ease my pressure. And that's why my foot stays on that pedal all the time. But I'm down a little with my heel a little bit off. If I'm up here, then I don't have as good a control. If you're down here with your heel hanging off just a little bit, then you've got that sort of toe control as opposed to your whole foot just diving it down. You might try it if it really is awkward for you or you can't seem to stabilize the speed with your foot on the wheel and go ahead and take it off. But because you're all sitting down except for who's working here, you really should be able to keep your foot on that pedal. Just kind of check out a couple of different locations for it with your leg until it feels comfortable. Again, moving your heel just off the back of it a little bit so that you're just over center with the ball of your, the ball of your foot, and you're going to have a lot more control. All right,
How tall is that?
this one
Just curious.
is
10.
7.5,
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
and I'm going to just kind of clean off a little bit of that at the bottom. I'm not going to throw, I didn't want to throw this way out. Like we do the 2-pound competition, I think I got to 10.5 in the competition. The first one was really big, but really taller than that. But I had kept turning it into a narrower spout. So when we had to throw off, that had to be eliminated. They wouldn't let me do that. All right, so I'm now going to take the rib and I'm going to push the clay up to the rib as I'm climbing up. Don't worry about the lines at the bottom. We're not keeping these pots.
How many fingers are you actually using inside?
It looks like I'm making contact with mainly one. There's 2.
Okay.
So that would be good. Making my undercut. I'm going to give you a little more time this time on these larger cylinders because we're going to be having another special problem here. We're going to add to this lesson. Besides, we've added a 1/2 pound of clay. You guys have a skewer and an extra lump of clay. So you should have an extra 2-pound ball because it's probably going to take that to get you high enough. Once you're going to carefully throw your first cylinder. No timing. Just carefully throw your first cylinder. You're going to bring your pointer up. And this is where I put my pointer. Okay? Now, I want you all to go around here like you're standing at the wheel and look where the pointer is.